Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I want to discuss the attention deficit hyper disorder and its chaotic modeling. To begin with, I want to describe what is the chaos theory and why it is related with ADHD problem. To begin with, I should mention that the investigation in physiological parts of perception is an ongoing part, and according to our knowledge related to chaotic analysis and evaluating the phase diagram of brain during events like thinking or making attention on something is directly related to chaotic behavior of brain in people who are dealing with this disorder. As we can clearly see over here, our brain has been composed of several compartments, which the perception part receives the information from our olfactory system, from our hearing system, from our vision and other senses. As we can see clearly over here, the brain command receives sensory information, olfactory, and the different signals from different compartments like motor cortex, thalamus, endothalamus, brain stems sends the signal to limbic system and thalamus, and finally the frontal cortex will recognize the information and corresponding response will be taken. According to model has been conducted by computer system on our brain and on our attention level, which has been generated by EEG signal, we can clearly see over here that there is a chaotic behavior in our attention span. These parts and these orbits says that we do have maximum amount of attention level. However, after time elapses, the attention level decreases drastically and finally it reaches to unstable condition. The attention deficit disorder mostly is seen on children, and there are several reasons depends on that. One of them are the encephalitis, which is the size of brain and skull, where they are not proportional with each other, and it can cause the ADHD problem. Other reasons like birth defects and toxic chemicals along with major reasons of dopamine level could control the ADHD problem. The symptoms: inorganized, fails to give attention, unable to control the behavior, and unable to focus. It mostly appears in children who cannot clearly pay more attention to their daily activity, who they cannot sit around for longer than 2 minutes, and they are always agitated. So if you see these symptoms in any children, you'd probably better to take them to health authorities to make proper diagnosis. The attention deficit disorder is intrinsically chaotic response. There are different types of neurotransmitters that affect our perceptual and control behavior in people with ADD without changing the circumstances and the condition. The intermittency mode of brain faults. It expected people without ADD could sustain their attention for a longer time, which several studies mention that people without ADD could pay more attention for reading book, for doing a certain activity for around 25 to 30 minutes. And in people with ADD disease, this amount reduces to less than 10 minutes. The physiological background indicates that the frontal lobe and the primarily visual area are directly intrigued with ADD problems. To simulate and understand the chaotic behavior, we performed an experiment based on simulating the neural behavior using a simple neural network. Our input data is information gathered from sensory cortex. It can be visual information, it can be olfactory information, it can be sound information, and any other kind of information which gathered from our sensory system. And these information will be conducted into processing frontal cortex, and the value of weights of W1 and W2 indicates the EX and IX, and finally after they are multiplied by DNA, they will be conducted into output, and we will receive a feedback from output to input section. And if you're asking what is the excitatory element and what is the IX, the EX is excitatory element. What it can be, for example, a person is reading, an excitatory element could be a voice gathered from surrounding, and the inhibitory element could be if you are more satisfied with your life, and if you are less stressed, you'd more likely to pay more attention to what you are doing. So elements like dopamine level, serotonin level, and other kinds of chemicals or physical stimuli could work as an inhibitory factor, and the excitatory factors are having diverse effect on attention span. As we can clearly see, the inhibitory element is equal with tangent hyperbolic of x, and the inhibitory factor of x is tangent hyperbolic of x, and the output value is n plus 1 is equal with b multiplied by ex1 minus a multiplied with ix1, b multiplied by ix1 minus a multiplied by ix2, and the x1 is equal with w1 multiplied by output value x2 is w2 multiplied by output 2, and the output n plus 1 is equal with b multiplied by tangent hw1 multiplied out n minus a multiplied by tangent hw2 multiplied by output n. And by combining all this information, we can have a linear model for attention level, and it's equal with radical of 1 over n2 minus n1 plus 1 summation of n equal n1 to n2 output squared. This function of inhibitory parts is responsible for ADD. So all the reasons that reducing the attention level are directly correlated with excitatory elements, and they will have great impact on our attention level. The A element, which is related to inhibitory function, brain has crucial importance in sustaining attention level. Based on model of small changes in the value of inhibitory could lead the system into intermittency and followed by chaotic behavior, which will put the person into attention deficit hyper disorder. Based on MATLAB simulation, which conducted over brain behavior And the bifurcation diagram for different values of A, we can clearly see over here that the bifurcation diagram of logistic map for attention level, which its parameters have been changed from 5 to 30. The brain reaches to chaotic behavior in around 5, and the intermittency repeats every 5 cases. The time series for A means the inhibitory factor is 12.47 in our simulation, which means if the inhibitory factor is below 12.47, the brain will remain in the periodic level. And as we can see, if we exceed this level, the intermittent behavior appears and the attention level fluctuates during the irregular time frames. And finally, the interaction between neurotransmitters means inhibitory and excitatory factors should be correlated with each other. If the attention level, which was a function of A only, and the small changes of value would enter the system into intermittency. When the value of A change, other neurotransmitters become activated to compensate the reduction of A. The clear example for this case is the activity which are related to dopamine level. When the dopamine and serotonin level increases, therefore the brain reaches into stable state and the intermittency will be eliminated. So we conducted this experiment for values of A 17.46 and B 5.82 and 82.6, which says that for this value we do have much better reaction. The effect of different neurotransmitters is function of both inhibitory and excitatory part of the brain. For a small perturbation in value of excitatory part of brain, the inhibitory factor will change in a way to compensate this perturbation. The effect of different neurotransmitter in brain function is smaller than intermittent region. So this is the chaotic and different behavior of model A and model B. As we can clearly see over here, the fixed value has shown with dark blue and the periodic is shown as over here. This is the intermittent level, and as we can clearly see over here, this part is chaotic, which is directly related with the ADD behavior. So by putting feedback and locating the feedback value less than 1, we can put a control element which